We have a lot of difficult and important work ahead of us, perhaps none more important than working together to raise the debt ceiling and protecting the full faith and credit of the United States. In America, when it's time to pay the bills, we have followed through on our obligations without any exception. In the months to come, I expect we're going to hear a lot from our Republican colleagues about the debt ceiling. So let me begin by making a few things perfectly clear at the onset. First, few issues require more bipartisanship, cooperation, and serious-mindedness than making sure that America is able to pay its debts on time. At stake is the health of our economy and the very stability of the global financial system. Should the U.S. default on its debt, the consequences could be severe, and it's going to affect just about every average American family. This is not some esoteric issue that's just abstract and way up there in the clouds. It's going to affect all of us. Listen to what could happen if we default. Interest rates will go up on mortgages, on car loans, on credit cards. Pensions, the money people had put aside, will lose billions. So will IRAs and 401ks in all likelihood. Home values will decline because when mortgage interest rates go up, people are willing to pay less for homes. That's lots of money to lots of people. For many people, their home is their rock. It's all they have. And by playing bricksmanship, some of the MAGA Republicans on the other side of the aisle, on the other side of this, in the House, are risking just that. So again, this is not an abstract issue. Real Americans will see real dollars from so much of what they own disappear.
Good afternoon, friends. Happy Monday to all of you. So this is just in. A new batch of inflation relief payments has been deposited for many Americans, and millions of people are now able to claim thousands of dollars in tax credits, and that's thanks to President Biden's newly passed legislation. So another round of checks are set to be mailed out very soon. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the latest stimulus news. Also, I will be giving away 2 $75 Walmart gift cards every Friday. If you would like to enter this Friday's giveaway, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning these weekly giveaways. So here is the latest stimulus news. The Maine Department of Administrative and Financial Services has just announced that they have mailed out a set of inflation relief checks to eligible residents on January 18, 2023. Maine residents who filed their 2021 taxes by October 31st, 2022 may be eligible. The income cap for single filers is $100,000. The cap for heads of households is $150,000. And then the limit for married couples who file jointly is $200,000. The first round of checks were mailed in 2020, but the program was put on hold before all of the checks were processed. So the remaining checks were sent on January 18, 2023, and it is funded through the Winter Energy Relief Plan that was passed at the start of this year. As prices remain very high for everything from eggs to heating oil, Maine taxpayers have plans to put the money to good use. Maine resident Bryce Roshbaum said, "Heating is going up, so it's a lot of money this winter so far, so I'll put it towards that." Now that those checks are in the mail, the Department of Administrative and Financial Services will start to process $450 winter energy relief payments. They hope to start mailing them out by the end of this month. All checks should be mailed by March 31st, 2023 at the latest. So President Biden and Democrats in Congress agreed to provide hundreds of billions of dollars to fight climate change. Now comes another formidable task: encouraging Americans to buy millions of electric vehicles, heat pumps, solar panels, and more efficient appliances. It's a public relations challenge that could determine whether the country meets President Biden's ambitious goal to cut greenhouse gas emissions in half by the year 2030. If your furnace is aging or your gas stove could use replacing, there could be reason to consider upgrading your home's appliances. A package of tax credits and rebates could help people recoup the cost of switching to electrical appliances and otherwise making their homes a lot more energy efficient. These initiatives, which are part of the Inflation Reduction Act, passed by Congress and signed by President Biden last summer, may help cut thousands of dollars off the price tag of major home improvement projects over the next coming years. Now, friends, homeowners considering upgrades could also benefit from a couple of different tax credits, expanded and extended under the Inflation Reduction Act. And one such credit is the Energy Efficiency Home Improvement Credit. It will allow homeowners to offset 30% of the cost of energy-efficient upgrades. One such credit, the Energy Efficiency Home Improvement Credit, will allow homeowners to offset 30% of the cost of energy-efficient upgrades, like adding insulation or doors and windows that help better seal off a home from the outdoor elements, thus requiring less energy use. Under the Residential Clean Energy Credit, millions of homeowners can now offset 30% of the cost of adding some bigger ticket clean energy improvements, including rooftop solar, wind, geothermal, and battery storage for large batteries. Both tax credits apply to purchases that are made in 2022, and both run in their current state through the year 2032. These are both federal programs, so you will claim these tax credits when filing your federal taxes. President Biden acknowledged the hurdle during a recent cabinet meeting as he talked about the incentives that are becoming available this year. Biden said, "Folks need to know how to take advantage of these benefits that we passed. That's on all of us around the table here to make sure we get the message out clearly." The White House says it is piecing together a plan to partner with state governments, contractors, retailers, and social media influencers to get the word out. But the White House also faces an uphill battle. Polling shows that while Americans support action to slow climate change, they are broadly unaware of the Inflation Reduction Act, which is the massive legislation that includes financial incentives to lower emissions, and millions of Americans are skeptical of their own role in the climate change. A poll released in September 2022 found that 61% of U.S. adults said they knew little to nothing about legislation. And despite the multi-billion-dollar investment in climate solutions, only a third said it would help climate change. About half said it wouldn't make a difference. Well, my amazing and beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. And I want you all to know that I greatly appreciate all of you. I will be doing weekly giveaways every Friday. So if you would like to enter this Friday's giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Monday.